All right, so maybe wait for just one more minute for a couple of other folks to join. So yeah, we're just waiting for a couple more seconds here, and we start the show. All right, hi and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this edition of CIGRE Canada NGN Professional Development Webinar. I am Emmanuel Agbaje and the current Membership Engagement Lead for CIGRE Canada NGN. We usually host 2 professional development webinars like this in a year, where we invite guest speakers from the industry to speak to us and share career insights with us from their wealth of experience in the industry or academia. So just a brief introduction to CIGRE for people who may be joining for the first time or watching this recording for the first time later on. CIGRE is actually a French acronym, which stands for Conseil International des Grandes Ressources Électriques. In English, this means International Council on Large Electric Systems. CIGRE is a global nonprofit organization in the field of high voltage electricity. It was founded in Paris, France in 1921. The scope of its activities include the technical and economical aspects of the electrical grid, as well as the environmental and regulatory aspect. CIGRE's community of over 15,000 power system professionals is spread across more than 90 countries. This community is underpinned by our 61 national committees, each offering members direct access to local events, services, and support. Every country has a next generation network, NGN group, which is ideally for young professionals and students who are under the age of 35. We, however, have more experienced and senior members of CIGRE who provide mentorship and counsel to us. I encourage you all to follow CIGRE Canada NGN LinkedIn page if you haven't done that already, where we post our latest activities. You can also follow us on our subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Next Generation Network helps bring a new generation of power system professionals into the world of CIGRE and help deliver a platform where early career professionals can feel comfortable sharing their ideas, get an opportunity to interact with industry experts, and get involved in CIGRE working groups and technical events. Our mission statement is as follows. CIGRE Canada's NGN aims to support the next generation of Canadian power system professionals by providing opportunities for technical growth, networking, and leadership skills for students and young members. Today at CIGRE Canada NGN, we are honored to have the great Dr. Sam Maleki as our guest speaker for our first professional development webinar for this year, 2024. Dr. Maleki and I met 2 years ago at the CIGRE Canada conference hosted in Calgary. He's an incredible person. Dr. Sam actually has a wealth of experience exceeding 12 years. He serves currently as a senior principal power system specialist. His expertise in power system studies spans the globe, particularly focusing on the integration of utility scale PV, energy storage, and wind systems into North American power grids. Leading the charge in automation and software development, Dr. Sam's efforts are directed towards enhancing the efficiency and performance of power systems studies. Moreover, he plays a pivotal role as a technical business developer, sharing insights and knowledge through various platforms, including talks, conference presentations, and lectures tailored for audiences in academia and industry alike. So please, if you have any questions while Dr. Maleki is presenting his talk to us, kindly make use of the Q&A box from the top of your screen, and he will be able to get to as many questions as possible within the time we will have left after his presentation. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome again, and over to you, Dr. Maleki. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thanks for the opportunity. It's always great to hear from you, and it's an honor to be here. I don't know, like you talk great about me. I'm just an engineer. I'm just Sam. I've been in industry for a couple of years now. Today, I'm going to share my experience as an engineer, not talking about the engineering stuff, nothing about the technical stuff. And it's more like we are going to have some fun here. We are going to talk about the networking and the career growth. So if you are in your earliest stages of your career, this is going to be the presentation that I think suits you along the way through your career growth and everything. So yeah, with that said, can I share my screen here? Perfect.
Yes, you can.
Just give me 1 second. Everyone can see the slides.
Yes, the slide is
Okay,
showing.
fantastic. So yeah, as I was saying, like for today's presentation, it's all about the networking. It's all about the career growth. Do not expect anything about technical. I'm not going to talk about anything about power system or engineering or anything around that. It's just about having fun when you are an engineer. How you can have a better communication, how you can expand your network, why it's important. I know that many of you or many of the folks that didn't join this call or hopefully later on, you can advise them to look at this presentation. They are very bounded to the daily day routine, to the work that they are doing. We are doing a fantastic job in terms of the engineering matters, in terms of the communication, that's where it's important. That's the key that take us to the next level. That's the key that maybe we are not that much focusing on. That's the that's the reason maybe we are not joining these calls or going to the conferences or attending like something like like a CIGRE groups that Emmanuel just presenting. These are all the key important factors that they can significantly enhance your career growth. So for this presentation, I'm going to talk about, before I start, I don't want to take 1 hour from your time. This is important. It's going to be 30 minutes or maximum 40 minutes. So don't get frustrated. It's not that long of the presentation. You will have time to just ask questions. No technical question, please. You can ask anything fun or anything that you like based on the discussions that we have here. So we all go to conferences, we all go to the meetings, even in in our, what do you say, in our company meetings. We all see people that show up in the room, suddenly everyone knows them. Everyone is like, oh, it's like my brother, it's like my sister, or just say hi. And there's something about these guys. And the guy on the right or the left side, I don't know on the whichever. It was me back then. I was just looking at the people. What is special with these guys? Oh, maybe they are CEOs. Maybe they are very technical people, right? Then you get that feeling that, oh, you are not belong to this group, or you are not that person. There's something about it. Oh, there's nothing specific about these people. They just come over, just say hi, and gradually they make connections. They have more people. They go to different conferences or events. People start knowing them. So at some point we should start, and that's the tricky part. We all basically, for me as someone that travels along like in many places for my education and everything, I found out like Yeah, I passed power system one, power system two, machine, I don't know, like circuits, computation, everything like maths and physics and everything. It's been taught to us. We've been trying to get A's, marks, good marks, and pass the course. But there was no exam or anything like, hey, go to a room, just say hi to everyone, have fun, make connections, have the networking. Is that important? Why we are focusing only on this one? Because this is the key. This is what could be missing in our career growth. We all can be a good engineer, a principal engineer, a director, or anything like that. But to be able to grow in the industry in the fastest way possible, you need to have a good network. You need people need to like you first. So we are going to focus on this one first. I don't want to be the person that is shy. I want to be that person. Go in the room. Everyone just say hi, Sam. Hi, Peter. Hi, Emmanuel, and then you go from there. How we can get there? Basically, to start something about your life. When you talk to the people, when you go and start the presentation, you need, you are not only an engineer. So that's the focus here. So let me start by introducing myself again. So if I go to a room, I don't know someone, this is me. This is Sam. This is a picture of me. This is a picture of my wife and our dog. His name is Jimbo. I started from Iran. I did my bachelor there. I went to Malaysia, did my master's degree, and I came to Canada, did my PhD. That's enough of my personal technical career. About the food, I love sushi. I love uh, Middle Eastern food, Chinese food, and as sports, I love to go swimming. And I play music. I used to be a composer for the theater, for the music. I play violin, piano, and everything like that. And I love traveling. So that's my introduction. The other introduction, you can get it from the LinkedIn and everything around that, or we can have a technical discussion. But that's me. That's who is Sam Maleki is. Now, if you think about it, I'm sure that every one of you can pick one picture to start conversation. You can talk about music now with me. You can talk about food, introducing your favorite restaurants, or oh, I've been visiting that Banff beautiful place in Canada, or maybe I play another instrument. Open the discussion. That is important. What if I started my presentation like this? Oh, let's talk about synchronous machine. Today we are going to particularly focus on the inverter-based devices and the comparison between the synchronous machine. And then yes, we can talk about the swing equation. And absolutely, let's prove that E is equal to mc square. We can all do that. But honestly, it's boring. For the common discussion, for the normal friendly discussion that you go to an event, these things are boring. I know that you can be the smartest person in the room, but no one will buy it. No one will really like to talk about the swing equation right at the beginning. I'm not saying that these are not important. These are super important, but this will not open any source of communication. It will blocks everything. Usually, as an engineer, we try to just search to our knowledge. Oh, I know this, I know that. I'm a PhD. I'm looking for a job, or I did that. I did this project. I've been doing this crazy stuff, right? And you go to all the math and everything behind it, but you are having only a coffee in the conference or a meeting. So this is not the way to start a conversation. Once you have that conversation, so we are focusing on the networking. And then I can tell you why it's important. Once you talk about where you've been, your food, the food that you love, and everything, then you can say that, by the way, I'm an engineer. Oh, you're an engineer? Yeah, I'm an engineer. I do engineering stuff. Solar wind, yeah, fun. All right, good. After a good conversation, then you can get to the group. You can then sit with the people. They already know that you are an engineer, right? But you don't need to focus it all the time that I'm Hey, I'm engineer, I'm engineer. You as a person needs to be able to communicate. And that's open up the key. Then you go to more meetings, and then that engineer perspective of you will be shaped around all the things that you have. Then you can talk about all this beautiful stuff. Then that bound will happen. And these are important. If you think that, oh no, I have to talk about technical stuff, you cannot go long way. Think about it. When you go to some of the events, you see some people go for hiking, go for playing golf. Just say why they are playing golf? Yeah, because they know the secret. The secret is the communication. You can be a great person in technical, but make sure that you don't forget this one. If there's any event around you, just go and attend it. It's 30 minutes of your time. You can have your coffee, a chat with other people, but you don't know what is there. As long as you don't attend, you don't join the other folks, you don't know what is waiting for you. Maybe there's something great is happening there. So please join this group like the CIGRE NGN, right? Talk to Emmanuel. These are great things, and I can tell you this has more. This has a maybe equal value that your knowledge, that your experiences. So use that. Well, some of you may ask that. Well, what if people don't like it? I talk about my my food preference or my sport, or just talking about the fun things. They just want to talk about the technical stuff. Oh, I Sam Maleki said that, but this guy is not even listening to me. Well, seriously, do you want to work with these guys? Do you want to work with someone that don't care about anything else rather than the technical? Personally, I would say no. I want to have a communication with someone that I'm working with, just a normal human being. Talk to other people, talk about their daily routine. And then, yes, because you have a healthy communication, you have a healthy group, then you can do a fantastic job. So if someone said that, I don't want to hear about your fun stuff, like music, oh, no, no, just talk about the stability of the solar farms in, uh, I don't know, in the network of ERCOT or AEMO. Okay, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 day, 2 day, for the rest of your life, you don't want to do it. So if someone did not accept it, if was not welcoming, well, you don't want to work with them. That's it. And then follow up. It's all about the networking and career growth. Once you connect with someone, like I met Emmanuel 2 years ago, right? You still can have a communication through LinkedIn. Just call that person, depending on how much conversation you have and everything. Hey, how's it going? All good with you? Where have you been? Oh, I see that you're changing your job or something like that. Or bring up, I don't know, you want to go for a coffee? Why not? Oh, you're in the same city as me. Go for it. Expand your network. That's that's an asset that you can have. And then you need to be genuine here. Like just do not call them every single time, every single morning. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, okay, bye. No, be genuine. Really try to expand your network because of your. It's a both. It's a two-way communication thing. It's not that I need to get something out of it. No, the other person that you are contacting also is getting benefit of this communication because then you are sharing the knowledge, and the knowledge is the asset for you. Now, you are talking about, I want to get to work, I want to get the interview, I want to get hired by someone. This guy is just talking about the food habits. Well, here's the thing. If you make that communication, if you just reach out to people, for example, I'm on LinkedIn every time, you can just text me there. Hey, how are you? Oh, we want to go for a coffee maybe? Yeah, sure, no, why not? Right? And then you have that engineer big picture and all these beautiful, like fun stuff around you. The other person may call you like, hey, by the way, if you are looking for a job, for example, We have an opening. Do you want to come to the meeting? Do you want to go for an interview? I can set it up for you. Why not? And that's the networking. The networking is not like, oh, I don't know anyone here, or like, what, I'm not getting interviewed because of this and that. No, that's the key. People need to know you first, then they invite you to the table to be able to communicate, right? So it really opens the door for you. Then you go to the meeting. They know that, okay, this is the one person in the room is enough to know that you are that person, and the rest of the people will ask you about the technical questions, your knowledge, your everything, what you can bring on the table. Then they can genuinely value your what you can bring on the table and go from there. The same thing if you are in your earliest stage of your career or any stage. One thing that everyone like this is expected from an engineer at some point of time, that be able to communicate with the client, bring new work, secure the work, do the work properly. You go to conferences, events, or anything like that. Oh, by the way, this is the problem that we are facing in our system. Can you help us? This is a project that we are doing. How we can go for it? Oh, I know that you are knowledgeable on this one. Then you had that contact. Now assume that you didn't do any of this. You didn't talk about your food or anything. You didn't have that friendship kind of thing, right? It's going to be difficult to approach people. Then it is obvious that you need to start from somewhere. I'm sure that some of you are saying there's no technical. I told you there's no technical stuff here at all. So I just want to confirm that we are not talking about the technical. Moving forward, it needs practice. What I mean by that. So we all been in that habit that we do the exam, we pass the exam, we show that we are technically sound, we pass the course with the good marks, and everything should work fine. This is not the case in industry. You need to have a trusted feature in the industry, technically sound, be approachable, be the person that people can come to you and ask you a question, be open, and really think about like uh, you really think about their well-being, their well-being of their projects, the benefits to them, and everything. But that's the key. It needs practice. It needs practice not to talk about technical stuff at every single time. I can give you an example. When I was graduated from the university back in 2017, I think, I go out to find a job. There was a job opening for, I think it was a lighting, uh, like design, and well, it wasn't really my work. I was doing another type of thing, but but the first thing that the person asked me, what you can do, like, tell me about your experience, and I talked about the PVS.com stability improvement in the network using, I don't know, it's a really complex algorithm. That person didn't even understand what I was talking about. I didn't get a job, and I was like, why this one didn't give me the job? Because I was too much into the technical stuff. I was really bounded what I know, and I just want to sell that one. But what if I started in a different way? Oh, I can learn what you are doing. Oh, I'm interested in that one. I'm I'm this person. I've been doing this and that, but not too much only focusing on technical stuff. The one that I was just involved with. So I was so bounded with what I knew, and I just missed interviews after interviews. And then I start thinking about it. I start building that communication, making that effective communication. Then go to the interview, talk about the not that much technical stuff at all time, but it needs practice. You need to really think about it. You need to practice it, not always be a technical person, and be able to communicate. The other thing is being positive. So when you go somewhere and you want to make some friends, always have that smile on your face. I mean, that's the key. But what can I like? How can I approach this person, right? What can I tell? If you want to go and talk about your PhD thesis at all time, it doesn't work. I can tell you some secret questions that I found it is the easiest, and it opens up a lot of communication right at the beginning. You go to a conference and you see someone and you want to open the discussion. The first thing, you just go and you look at him, right? The eye contact, and well, one option is that you just turn around, go grab a coffee, and you don't make the eye contact again with that person. The other thing that you can do is basically, have you met before? Oh, I'm Sam. And that opens up a lot of communication. Oh, I'm Sam, I'm this and that, and the other person do the exact same thing. If you know that people are flying over there, or you just want to know them, this person is living in that city or is flying. Oh, how was your flight? Oh, it was like oh, oh, nice. And then it opens up another set of conversation. How do you like the event so far? This is great thing. Like the second day or something, or even like after 1 hour, you can just say that. Oh, how do you like it? They open up a lot of good discussions. Oh, I like it about it, and many good things, right? So these questions, or for example, do you know where I can find a coffee, right? Oh, I mean, maybe you know it already. You just ask it, right? So these are the simple questions that you can bring up that opens up the door of the communication. And once the door of the communication is over, there's no end to this. You can be a friend for life. You can walk with this guy for many projects, many good things can happen. And hang out with others. Some people that I see in the conference, oh, the conference is finished at 5 p.m. They go to their hotel room and just that's it. The other folks, they just sit there, have coffee or have a beer or something, and just they are just in the lobby of the hotel for like hours and just having fun. And that's the time that you need to be there. If you go to an event, make sure that you make the most of it. That's the important part. It's I can go in the conference and just sit there and listen to some talks, or oh, that was really interesting technical stuff, and just go home and that's it. No, go talk about those stuff. Just go and talk, for example, oh, I liked your presentation, that was fantastic, let's talk about more. Or, and also, do not go for too much technical. If someone just trying to bring up technical, when you can make new friends and everything, set up a meeting with them. Just tell them, yeah, sure, yeah, I can set you. Are you free next Thursday? I can send you a meeting. We can definitely discuss all the technical. Let's have fun now. And that's the important part. Do not bound yourself to someone just talking technical and just take out all your conference connections and everything. Set up a meeting and then meet with them. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my favorite place. It's it's a magical place that uh I've been on LinkedIn for almost, I think, 14, 15 years now. Um, I love it. It just works. Really get engaged through LinkedIn. I see many people on LinkedIn, but they never showed up there. I mean, I send them a text, and after months or so, oh, I never check my LinkedIn. Well, what else you are checking? Is it just only Instagram and TikTok? Definitely, I have those as well. I love them, but it's not it doesn't take me anywhere in my career growth. I share the photo of my dog, or I don't know, a fun place that I visit, or food. Yeah, I'm the same person. Like I have my life as well. But LinkedIn is where you can reach out to people. So if you are checking your Instagram daily or TikTok, or there are many other platforms, I don't know, they are just coming up daily, basically. Uh, if you do that, think about it. If you if you get tired of scrolling like Instagram pages, I mean it's fun, but it doesn't add any value. Well, it has value. It's fun. It just release your mind not to think about technical stuff. But LinkedIn is the key place that every person in our community or in engineering or technical, we have to be there. You need to show your skills there. You need to communicate with the people. I'm saying that you need to. I'm not saying that it's better to. You have to. You must be there. You need to at least spend 1 hour of your time on LinkedIn. This should be one part of your life, I would say. I spend more time than this. I actually have an open LinkedIn profile just now. Make sure that if someone reach out to me, I just reply back very quickly. Expand your network. And then, because if there's a project sitting somewhere, if someone wants your help and you know that you can help them, there's no other way that people know that you can do this. Or where else they can know that you can join their team and do the perfect job if you're in the earliest stage of your career or looking for a job. Going for what was that? There was Indeed or some other website. I'm not going against them, but the reality is that the other platform is just the resume. They don't know who are you, what exactly you look like, what you can bring on the table, who are your friends, who is your community. LinkedIn gives you all those access. So being active on LinkedIn is the key. Please be there every single day, even in your holidays. Just scroll it. Just There are fun things as well on LinkedIn. Again, I'm not against Instagram or TikTok. I'm there for sure. I'm not sharing my profile there with you. That's 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 what it is. But you have my LinkedIn. So the other thing. Now let's talk about getting a job. The first thing. So I have a 300 days interview program. Costs you 20K. Will you join? And plus taxes. It's why you need to pay money for these things. You have YouTube, you have GPT. These are the great tools. You have your friends that you can practice. The interview skill, yes, there are many, many good uh, videos on that one. You can practice on that one, but you really don't need 300 days of training. It's just a couple of days. Get relaxed. Just understand what are the key things, and you can basically do that by your own. Practice it by your own. Trust your own capability and just go with that. You don't need anything supported by spending tons of money or anything like that. Reach out to people. For example, someone like me. Oh, yeah, do you have any open position or something like that? Why not? If we know each other, then I know your profile, everything is good, you have the capability, then come for the interview. Why not? But I'm going to. So I've been when I was looking for a job, uh I watched more than hundreds or 200 hours of training on YouTube. There was no chat GPT or anything like that. So just practicing in front of the mirror or all those techniques or go for a walk, do not have a coffee. Well, I had my coffee every time. But these things that are important. But yeah, it took me a lot of time. I'm going to share with you two tips that you can take it from here if you are going for an interview and guarantee that it will change the interview behavior. Like you will have a really good chance to get hired. And it's just only two tips. I call them 7-second rule and 3-second rules. First thing first, if you go to an interview, if you are talking to someone, have that smiles on your face. Look at these two pictures. Both of them has the exact same technical. They are both technical sounds, and they have almost exact similar resume. Which one you want to hire? I definitely like the one with the smile on her face, right? You don't want to work with someone just all the time is just angry. No. What is the 7-second rules and 3-second rules? That 7-second rules that I made it up or I read it somewhere. It's basically an interviewer will know that I really like to work with this guy or not after 7 seconds of a starting of the meeting. That a smile of the face on the face. If you go with the really bad behavior or like a very I don't know, I don't care thing on the interview, after 7 seconds, interviewer says, no, I don't. Let me just ask, like, let me crush them with the most challenging questions. But if you go with that big smile on your face, or hey, how are you? how's your days been so far, or something fun. It will change the mood of the entire like 2 hours, 3 hours interview with that 7 seconds right at the interview starting time. And it needs practice. The second thing is the 3 second rule. What is that? People like to know that you genuinely think about their question and then answer. So if I ask a question from someone, or if someone asks me a question, count it down. One, two, three. And then reply back to that question. That gives the impression that you actually think about the question, you thought about your answer, and it gives the impression of the interviewer that you're really into this interview. Other than that, if it's like a ping pong, like a ball just going back and forth. Oh, I know this answer. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Just, no, let me stop you. No, no, you're right. You're not correct. I know it better than you. It's like a fight. So the 3 second rule, that it sounds like a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, I need to reply back right now, but it actually works. So during even your conversation with your friend, with your family, try to practice this 3 second rule and see how what's the benefit of it. So these two rules that I'm saying here, maybe I just made it up or somewhere it's actually a rule or something. It worked for me and it's working for me. So please keep that in mind. I think it's easy to remember, and that big smile on your face, it will change the game. The other thing that, oh, we are running out of time, but I go a little bit faster on this one. So when you go in an event or conference or someone, which one of these guys you wanna like contact first, or you wanna put more focus to communicate on this one? An intern, engineer, senior engineer, manager, director, or CEO? Well, believe me or not, all this guy could be one person. It's just the time that changes the position of this person. So do not focus on, oh, I need to talk with that director or manager. Oh, they are hiring, that guy is hiring, or this is better because he's a CEO. No, that intern can be a CEO, just a matter of time. The engineer can be a CEO. It's just a matter of time. Start your network or relation with the people in all the stages, even if they are intern, and if you are a manager, have your have the same communication with the, because that's the person. It's just the time, and then start grow all together. That's the key. Once you have your friendship or communication with someone that was very early stages of his career, and then he grew, and you helped him along the way, or you had that like relation that is really uh, help was helping both sides. That's the key. So this is the same person. It's just the time. Intern, engineer, senior engineer, manager, director, CEO. Do not focus on, oh, that guy has the higher rank in the company. No, it's not the case. Don't care about other problems. Well, that's that's stupid. I was in a training that was that I was taught to do not ask how are you, because people start talking about their daily things, or and it's sometimes they go with their problems and you don't want to waste your time on their personal problems. Instead, ask, tell me something good. What is it? Let's assume someone having a really bad day and it's your colleague and he comes to the work. Tell me something good. There's nothing good to tell you. What do you mean by that? Actually care about your colleague. Actually ask them, how are you? And genuinely sit with them. Make sure that if they are saying that, oh, I'm good, or I have this and that, genuinely sit with them. Make sure that you understand them. And that's the friendship. That's what makes you different than someone to say that, oh, just tell me something good. Some days nothing is good. So be genuine in your question. Oh, that's a good one. So We go to work, we may see this in our career that someone is just micromanaging you. What are you doing? Why didn't you do this? Shouting at you, or go beyond that. Like we see many things. Make sure that if you go in that situation, and it can happen, first thing first, make sure that you gain the trust. So you don't go and say that, oh, that guy is doing this, that guy is doing this. Oh, I know everything better. No, show that you have the capability. So that's the gain of the trust. Once you gain the trust, if you still see that something is not going right in the workplace, make sure that you know your rights. Talk to HR. This is your workplace. Basically, it's a key thing. It's, you spend 8 hours of your time, or even more than that, or less than that, in your workplace. It has it has to be a healthy environment. If something is not correct, if you don't feel comfortable, know your rights. Speak up. In step three, make sure that you deliver that message. If something is not right, you have right in the company. And about the mistakes, and always remember, we all make mistakes. Yes, there are many things wrong here. What is it? Are like am I going to be punished because I misspelled we and mistakes and everything? No, we are human. We make mistakes, and do not afraid of making mistakes. But make sure that if you do the mistakes, you don't do it again. The reality is that some people just focus on your mistakes. Those people, you need to just take them out of your career. If they're just saying that, oh, you did this mistake, and don't care about 99% of the job time that you were doing fantastic thing, those people, no, you need to make sure that you deal with that situation. And this is, I think, one of my last slides or something, but make your name a brand. Look at this way. Is there anyone here that don't know this guy? Please raise your hand. Absolutely, there's no one. Because we know the face. Is there anyone here that can name all the 29 movies of this guy? No one? No one. Exactly. This is us. I mean, this is not us. This is someone else, really famous, right? But we can be famous, not in terms of the playing movie, right? But this guy plays in 29 movies. Look at it this way. In your career growth, you may change your company, you may be at the university, you may at working here and there. It's a dynamic environment. But people will not remember exactly where you've been. Try to be someone that people know you for the service that you can provide, someone that can be trusted. So in your industry, let's say renewable energy resources, or I don't know, like a wind facility, whatever you are doing, make sure that you make your name a brand, like Emmanuel brand, Jason brand. It's you don't need to say the oh Sam Maleki brand, but it's just your name that people will remember. If you see their face, you will remember them. So this is important for the career growth, that people know you. Yes, it's always important to promote your company and everything and bring new work and do your best as you can, but it's important that people also know you, because this is the way that you can grow. So in your company, in your network, make sure that people know you. One best way to people know you is exactly the LinkedIn. LinkedIn gives you access to thousands of millions of people around the world. You can share your knowledge, you can have your picture there, you can share whatever you have, and that shapes your entity, that who is you exactly. So make your name a brand, and that's important. Think out of the box. Sometimes you just say that, oh, this is Facebook, this is Instagram. I mean, these guys making millions of money. I can never think of this or having a tool or something that can do this. But seriously, you're an engineer. You are trained to think out of the box. You are trained to think of something new. But I'm not saying that, oh, make another Instagram or Facebook, but something, a device, or I don't know, a technique or methodology or anything that can, at the end of the day, maybe 50 years from now, be another Instagram in your industry. And it's doable. One, there's a well-known sentence that says that um, there are people that saying that I cannot, and there are people that say that, oh, I can, and usually both of them are right. If you say that I cannot do it, definitely you cannot do it. If you say that, well, I give it a try, maybe I can do it, or I can do it, then usually both of them are right, and you can actually do it. And this is my last slide. The takeaway from this presentation is that you are more than an engineer. You could be father, friend, neighbor, brother, traveler, fun person, a smart guy, dancer, musician, a smart, a storyteller, traveler. That's and people like to communicate with you. People like to work with you because there are millions of engineers, but people like to work with you. So try to think about it that who am I, how where I want to be, and why that it's you think or me think is important. Why my branding name is important. How can I work around this? Yes, it needs practice. So you take it from here. You think about what I've been talking about here, and try to test it in your next event or next interview or your networking. If it was helpful for you, reach out to me, let me know, and I will be more than happy to be connected with you all. Thank you so much for the time. That's all from me, and that's it. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Dr. Sam Maleki, for that amazing presentation. Yeah, it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. I think we can entertain a couple of questions now. We still have some time. I'm just going through in the chat to see what questions we have. It's loading up at the moment. But I got notified. Yeah. So a question here says, what are your thoughts when it comes to choosing the career path between management versus technical track?
That's a really good one. So I'm not a manager. I've been in industry for several years. I'm not a manager. Maybe uh so here's why. I think you don't need to go for, oh, I want to be a man if you are a technical person. If you are studying on management and everything, so you technically is a man, like you are a manager, right? But if you are a technical sound person or something like that, I would say the management will happen. So do not go for it or try to, oh, I want to be manager. I have to be manager. No, it should be uh what do you call it? Very a smooth process. It will happen to you. You get to more responsibility. You get to know more people. More people will work with you, and you eventually become a manager. Even if you are not called a manager, still you can manage the work. So in terms of the choosing between these two, personally, I like the technical stuff. I don't want to be too far along the way. Always communicate that with your peers or like your manager. Say that, okay, this is the person I want to be. I want to really go away from technical stuff. You can be a pure manager, or let it grow like naturally, right? So I can guarantee that every single of you in this call at some point of time will be a manager. Like, this is the way it is. You know more people in your company. You have a lot of connection. You understand the big picture. Once you have a big picture, you are the manager. That's it. So there's no right or wrong answer to that one. We can have fun.
All right, and thank you so much for that answer. We do not have any other question on the Q&A. Yeah. So I'd like to say once again on behalf of CIGRE Canada NGN, we're so grateful and honored to have you both make out time within your busy schedule to come here to share with us this wealth of experience and knowledge which is hard to find even in schools. So and which is key to us as engineers. And yeah, thank you again. So I think since we do not have any other question in the Q&A, we still have about 9 minutes to go, but we can wrap it up.
Sure. It was absolute pleasure, and
Yeah.
thank you again for the invite. For everyone here or listening to this for like later on, reach out to me in LinkedIn. I always love to be in contact with as many people as possible. So it's always good to be connected with you. Any help from my side in terms of mentorship if you want or anything like that, if please feel free to reach out. Or if this presentation was helpful for you for finding a new career or just uh, improving your career growth, I mean, let me know. I really love to hear from you. Thanks again.
Um, right then. Thank you
Already.
so much. So
Thank
kind of follow us on our LinkedIn page and YouTube channel. Later on in the day, I'm gonna compress this video and upload it on our YouTube channel, so folks who didn't get the opportunity to attend can have the opportunity to watch it later on and benefit from this wealth of insights that has been shared to us today. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you again, Dr. Sam. Speak to you soon. All
Yeah.
right.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.